Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting my University 101 series of videos. Now these videos will be used to address any concerns or problems or questions that people may have relating to university life. Now I'm currently a rising senior at university, and so I have 3 years of experience under my belt. As of right now, I'm planning on having these videos uploaded on Tuesdays, so please check back on Tuesday for more videos. If you have any other topics or questions that you'd like me to cover about university life, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you want to see. So today the topic of my video is how to pack for college. Now, a lot of people may have questions about this because they're concerned about overpacking or underpacking for college. So I have some suggestions for how to pack, and I have a list of essential items that most people forget to pack when they're packing for college. My first tip for packing for college is to pack seasonally appropriate clothes. You should definitely research what type of weather your university has during most of the school year, but also plan ahead. If you have a break partway through the semester, you can go home and get some clothes for that season. For example, my school has a Thanksgiving break, so I pack my fall clothes at the very beginning of the semester, and then I wait until Thanksgiving break to bring down a lot of my winter clothes. My second tip is to pack about 2 to 3 weeks of clothes when you're first moving out. Most college closets are super small and you're not going to be able to fit a lot of stuff in them. So my suggestion is to pack at least 2 weeks of clothes just in case you have a really busy week or you're super lazy like me. And I would suggest packing no more than 3 weeks of clothes since your space that you're going to have to store these clothes is extremely limited. If there's one thing you should pack in excess of, it's definitely underwear. Because, you can wear a pair of jeans more than once without washing it, but you shouldn't wear underwear more than once. I mean, you can. It's up to you, and it's kind of gross. Sorry. My third tip is to pack the minimal number of t-shirts possible. Now, if your school is anything like mine, you're going to get a ton of free t-shirts within the first couple of weeks. So pack maybe 1 or 2 just so that you have something to start off with, but you're definitely going to get at least 5 or 6 in the first week of school. So I would suggest packing 1 or 2 max. Tip number 4 is to start with packing the bare essentials. Now, you're not going to have very much room in a dorm room, and if you're like most college students, you'll be sharing that room with one other person. So you want to make sure that you only pack the stuff that you know for sure you'll need and that you know you'll use. My fifth tip is to coordinate larger items with your roommate or roommates. For example, I brought a microwave to school during my freshman year, and my roommate at the time brought a refrigerator. So we each had one of the major large things covered, so you can figure out who's going to bring the stuff, and then you can make sure that you don't bring duplicates of large items. Tip number 6 is if when you're packing, you question whether or not you should bring something, don't bring it. You're probably not going to use it, and if you decide that you need it later, you can always bring it up at a vacation time, or you can have your parents mail it to you. But chances are you're not going to miss it if you're doubting whether or not you should bring it when you're packing. And tip number 7 for packing, which is the final tip, is to make a list. Now, I'm huge on lists, so I make lists for just about everything, but if you're not so big on lists, you can find places online that have a lot of really good pre-made college packing lists. And now for the second part of this video, which are things that I find essential that a lot of people forget to pack. To start off this list, I have a lingerie bag, and these are great for girls because we have a lot of very delicate clothes like bras that you really don't want to put in these college washing machines. Now, the washing machines and dryers at college are notoriously bad quality, so you want to make sure that you protect your clothes as much as possible. A second laundry necessity for me, and this is not a product placement by any means, but I just use this brand and I love it, are the Shout color catchers. These are great because it means that you can combine a lot of different washes, and this means that you can combine darks and lights without having any worry of the color bleeding through from one clothing to another, which makes it easy because college students don't have enough laundry to do multiple loads, and this just makes it much faster and easier to do your laundry. The next thing that I would recommend getting is a sewing kit. Now, sewing kits are one of those things that aren't really a consistent necessity, but if the time comes and you need one, you're going to be really, really grateful that you have one. I know for me, I've used these to fix up some of my socks and other things when I wasn't ready to throw them away and I wasn't ready to part with them, but I didn't want to just have them sitting around taking up space in my room. Another large thing that I would recommend getting is a clothing drying rack, because these are great for small college dorm room spaces. They're foldable, so you can collapse them and just store them in between your bed and something else, or basically anywhere in the room, under your desk. If you have a lot of clothes that can't be put in the dryer, that's a great way to dry them off. And also, if the college dryers don't do a good enough job drying your clothes, which happens quite frequently, and you don't want to spend the extra time trying to get them all the way dry, waiting by the dryer or waiting for the dryer to finish, you can just hang them on here and then just let them dry and then put them away the next morning. Now moving on to shower stuff, and most people remember this, but just in case you forgot, flip-flops. They are essential. You do not want to forget these, because college bathrooms are absolutely disgusting. Another shower thing that was extremely useful for me while I was living in dorms was a robe, or this towel has Velcro, so you can kind of just connect it and then treat it as if it were a robe, and it stays up on you much better. And so that's very useful when you're going to be walking between your room and the bathroom. Another thing that I consider essential are Ziploc bags, or any brand of plastic baggies. These are great for bringing food back from the dining halls for late night snacks. You pay so much for your dining hall plan that most people try to take some extra food whenever they can. So these are great for packing things up and bringing them back to your dorm. And the last group of things that I would suggest bringing is some type of homemade first aid kit. So for me, I have a lot of essential things, including but not limited to some type of antacid to treat upset stomachs, some type of pain-relieving medication, a box of Band-Aids just in case you're as clumsy as I am and get as many scrapes as I do. If you have allergies, some type of allergy medication is great. And last but certainly not least, some type of cold medication. So the key to this one is to get as small of a size as possible, because these do expire, but if you do get sick, you're going to be in college and you're going to be taking care of yourself now, so you're going to need to be able to feel healthy enough to walk out to the nearest location that you can buy cold medicine. So I would suggest keeping at least a little bit in your dorm, somewhere in your dorm room, but be aware that these do expire at some point. So just be cautious of that. All right, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. If there are any other college-related topics that you want to see, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll definitely look through them. I'd love to have some ideas. I have a bunch more of these planned, but if there's anything that you guys want to see, please let me know. Share this with some college students or future college students in your life. And if you liked this video, please subscribe down below and like it down below. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.